Hey Mission Hills family, I wanted to let you know about this upcoming weekend. Mission Hills will be celebrating Sanctity of Human Life weekend, and I wanted to let you know what's happening, why we're doing it, and how you can be preparing. So what's happening? Alternatives Pregnancy Center will be at Mission Hills Church, and they'll be in the lobby and they'll also be in the parking lot with their mobile clinic. And Mission Hills has been supporting Alternatives Pregnancy Center for decades, since 1982 when they first started. And so they'll be in the lobby answering questions, how people can get involved in their ministry and how people can get their services. And then their mobile clinic, which provides ultrasounds and pregnancy testing and counseling all over the Denver metro area, will be available for tours so people can understand what they do. So Alternatives will be here, and we'll also be doing a fundraiser for them. It's called the Baby Bottle Bank Drive. And as people leave the services, they'll receive baby bottles with information about Alternatives and how they can collect cash and extra change and put in checks to bring back on February 18th and 19th. And all the proceeds that we collect in those little baby bottles will go directly to our ministry partners. So if you have questions about that, or you get questions about it from people at the church, that's what it's for. So Alternatives will be here. We'll do the baby bottle bank drive, and then we'll also have some elements in the service that talk about Alternatives and their ministry, and then we'll also have a video in the service, a Transforming Lives video, and it's actually available in this email so that you can preview it before the weekend. And I'll touch more on that in just a second. And then in addition to all that, I'll be teaching class at 11 a.m. in room M5, M7 this upcoming Sunday. So if you want to come and learn more about this issue and learn more about my heart about it, I'd love to have you there. So that's what's happening this weekend. So a couple of reasons why I think it's important that we're doing it is that first of all, it's a really significant issue. It actually statistically touches more lives on a human rights level than any other issue on the face of the planet in the history of the world. So if you wanted to learn more about that, I'd love to sit down and talk to you about it. So it's a significant issue that touches a ton of lives. The second thing is it's a biblical spiritual issue. The scriptures talk a lot about it. People who are oppressed and people who are voiceless are very close to the heart of God. And he calls the church to stand up for those people. And I cannot think of a more oppressed and voiceless group of people than unborn children and their mothers. So it's a biblical issue. And if you're concerned about the political ramifications of all this, we're not even going to bring politics in the mix. We're not going to mention that, because it's primarily a biblical and a spiritual issue. And the third thing is that it's on the hearts and the minds of our people. 91% of churchgoers said that they want to hear about the issue of sanctity of human life and abortion from the pulpit. They want to know what to believe, what does the Bible say, and how to engage it. And that's from a recent Barnes study that came out just a couple months ago. So it's on the hearts and the minds of the people. And then lastly, I think that this is one of the greatest evangelistic opportunities that we have as the church. 1/3 of women in the United States have abortion in their past. And by implication, 1/3 of all men have abortion in their past, which means that any given weekend at Mission Hills, we have close to 1,000 people who are walking through our doors who have the pain of abortion in their past. And we also know from studies that most of those people think that God cannot forgive them and won't forgive them for the abortion that they've had. And we know that that is absolutely not true. The church provides the hope and the healing that is found in Jesus Christ alone. And we can extend that hope, we can extend that forgiveness to people in our congregation who've been suffering through an abortion loss that's in their past. So part of the reason I bring this up is because I want you to be preparing. I want you to be prayerful about this weekend, and I also want you to be aware of what's going on. So watch that video that's in this email, and it's a video about a couple who experienced the brokenness through abortion but then they also got to experience the grace, forgiveness, and redemption that is found through Jesus Christ. And we have the opportunity to provide that same kind of grace and forgiveness and redemption. So keep your eyes out for people who may be in pain, people who may be hurting this weekend. So we not only care about unborn children, but we also care about their mothers and their fathers and the spiritual agony that they may be going through. So pastors and counselors, I'd encourage you to make yourselves available as a part of the prayer response team this weekend, and just to keep your eyes open with what's going on. I know that this is a really sensitive issue, so if you had any questions or concerns, I would love to sit down and talk with you about those. And I know that Craig and other pastors at the church would love to sit down and talk with you about it as well. So hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully this gives you information on how you can be preparing for this upcoming weekend. I'm really looking forward to it, and I love you guys. Thanks.